Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a breaking glass. Let's first create a plane, rotate to 90 degrees. We don't need so many subdivision. Let's make subdivision height and width 1. Go to front view and select cut face tool and cut your plane in a random directions. I think that's enough. Go to perspective and select your vertices and shift right click and say split vertex. By saying split vertex, your face becomes separate. You can now convert your plane to enclosed. If you hit play like a normal cloth behavior, glass going to fall down and faces going in a random directions, as you can see. Now let's create a collider. Give the position keys. Convert this to passive collider. First we need to disable gravity. And our second problem is, even though ball didn't hit the outer face of the glass, those faces, because they are colliding with each other, they are moving, so we need to untick self-collide. Now it looks better, except the faces act like there is a turbulence field or something. That's because air density, we also disable air density. Let's create a ground plane and convert it to passive collider. Let's create our own gravity with volumetric with the volumetric cube option. Let's scale it to our scene. Try to position your gravity field just next to glass. And then we can give some friction and stiffness to ground and the pieces, because they're gonna slide forever. I'm controlling the attributes with control and left click, sorry, right click. Just tweak the friction and stiffness attributes until you like the behavior of the pieces. To give a more direction, you can give a little noise to your colliding geometry. Let's make the ball hit the glass faster. We can make the ground bigger. Now its effect is almost ready. Let's export this glass plane as an OBJ. Let's remove the previous folder that I created earlier. I'm gonna export the glass plane as an OBJ. Let's create a new folder, glass, and give it a name for object. And we need to also export the geometry cache with float and store point in world and one file. Okay, geometry cache is completed. Let's save the scene in case we would like to change some parameters later. Let's open a new scene and import our glass object. We can remove the MTL file that contains the shader. Okay, here is our glass object. Import the geometry cache. Let's enter our timeline, 120 frames. Now, like you see, our plane contains the geometry cache. We can select all the faces and give a little bit extrusion. This is our final effect. Also, you can play with its timing because it's connected to Maya's internal time node. So you can delete that connection and create your own animation curve and plug it to the time input of your animation cache. You can play with the timing of the cache, like create a bullet time effects. You have to take show hidden in the cache file. If you set values like that, it will be same. You can play with the keys. I should first select the curve and then create the keys. You can move that point down. Well, it needs a bit work, but this is our final effect. Thanks for watching.